Hello, hello, check. Hello, 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 check. Hello.
Professor Pradyuman Dash, CEO, sir. Rajiv, sir. Dhananjay, sir. Damini, ma'am. Please occupy the seat at dais. Climbing to the top demands strength, whether it is to the top of Mount Everest or to the top of your career. By these motivational lines of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, I, Diksha Kerketa, Admin Associate, ePGP Office, wish you all a very good morning. It is with great pleasure and excitement that we are gathered here today for a momentous occasion, the inauguration of Batch 4 2023-25 of Executive Postgraduate Program at IIM Raipur. This marks the beginning of a transformative journey for our accomplished professionals who are about to embark on an educational voyage that transcends boundaries and redefines leadership. Today, we are not just witnessing the commencement of a program, we are witnessing the start of a strategic investment in knowledge, leadership, and innovation. The ePGP at IIM Raipur stands as a beacon for executives aspiring to take their career to the new heights with the enrollment of 234 candidates in Batch 4. This event marks the commencement of a journey that is not merely an academic pursuit, but a transformative experience that will shape the future of leaders tomorrow. Today, we gather not just as an individual, but as a community united by common threads of learning, growth, and excellence. Now, I would request uh, Professor Rajiv A. to please present a profile of students.
Good morning, and first of all, congratulations to all the participants who have got selected into the ePGP program. And I, on behalf of the admissions chairperson, will be presenting the batch profiles to take you through the overall batch profile of the candidates who got selected. In terms of work experience, overall, batch has got an average work experience of around 11 years, with majority of them falling around within the range of 5 years to 15 years of experience. And so which means that we have got a reasonably good experience, background in terms of number of years of experience. And when it comes to gender ratio, you can see that it's almost 80% male candidates and 20% female candidates. And in terms of educational background, majority of the participants comes from engineering and technology background and computer science and IT. But we also have got representations from various other domains, which means that as in case of any other MBA program, we have more representations from technical background, but we do have a representation from all the other educational background. And in terms of organizational sectors, we have got people mostly from IT background and engineering and industrial background in continuation with the educational background that we have already seen. But we have got a very good representation from banking, government PSUs, power and steel, oil and energy, consulting, automobile. So it's like a well structured or well diverse educational work experience, as we can see. And in terms of age breakup, we can see that majority of the candidates falls within the range of 25 to 45. So again, well represented. And if you look at the state and international representation, which is more diverse, we can say that we have got representation from almost all states fairly equally, right? And that kind of brings us to the point where we also have got 3 candidates from abroad, so from UAE and Japan, which means that we are going to have a batch profile with very good representation geographically, in terms of educational background, in terms of say the work experience, diversity of experience, the duration of experience, and various other things. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Rajiv. Now, may I request the respective area chairs to please make us familiar with the faculties of respective areas. May I invite Professor Ketan Kumar Reddy to introduce us with the faculty members of Economic and Public Policy.
Recording in progress.
So a warm welcome to you, friends. I think I'd like to quickly mention a warm welcome to you, friends. I'd like to very quickly mention 1 to 2 points before the program gets going and my area chair's address. You see, the chief guest essentially is chairperson and managing director of SECL, and he's traveling from Bilaspur to this place. In fact, he started his travel early in the morning. But as you can see, on the podium, we've got one chair kind of empty, and that essentially is waiting for the chief guest. He should be there any moment, possibly another 20-25 minutes as per the GPS. So request your kind of you can say patience in because you see, anyone who's handling a business with a turnover of over 30,000 crores and giving up his time, quality time, and on a weekend traveling all the way from there, we have to be patient enough. So that's one thing I wanted to request. Second thing I wanted to request is over the chat message, all the friends who are present can, I think chat will be running or not running, sir? Yeah, since the chat would be running, I'd request all our friends to mention 1 to 2 expectations they have from the program, such that at the end of it, the chairperson, ePGP, maybe after a week or whatever, can clearly say what expectations will be met and what expectations will not be met. So that ensures that there is a psychological contract which gets, and we do not have any expectations which are within and beyond. Also, if there is a need, it can also help us in terms of building our program in a more solid fashion. Thank you. Over to you.
Good morning, everyone. So on behalf of the Economics and Public Policy area, I firstly extend a warm welcome to all the students who have joined for this ePGP program. And very briefly, I'll take you through the faculty profile who will be engaging with you over the next 2 years on behalf of our area. So starting with, we have Professor Pradyumna Das, who's also Dean Academics and is the senior most economist among all of us. Sir has got his PhD from IIT Bombay. And his research interest lies in the domain of monetary economics and macroeconomics. Moving on, we have Professor Rashmi, who also holds the responsibility of chairperson placement. She got her FPM from IIM Indore, and her research interest and teaching interest lies along the domains of economic growth, international business, and digital transformation. We then have Professor Asha Burna, who got her PhD from JNU, and she'll also be engaging with you all for microeconomics starting next week. Her research interest lies along the domains of gender, female employment, and development. So you'll be seeing her very quickly in the coming week. We then have Professor Jitin, who got his PhD from IIT Madras and is a trade economist. He works on the domain of open macroeconomics and international economics, and his elective international economics is well taken among the ePGP students as well. Then we have Professor Mohammad Danish, who got his PhD from IIT Indore, specializes along the value system of patents and copyrights and IP rights. And he will also be engaging with you for macroeconomics, which would be in your term 2. That brings to me, I am Ketan. I got my PhD from IIT Madras and my postdoc from King's College, London. I'll be engaging with you for microeconomics starting 6th of Jan. And my research interest lies in the domains of firm level aspects of international trade. That being said, we also have Professor Prem Singh, who's an adjunct faculty in our area. So as you can see, he's a retired civil servant and has a lot of experience with the various government verticals which deal with economic policies, and he often offers electives along the domains of public-private partnership and how businesses and government can move together. So that is all in terms of the economics and public policy area. We look forward to meeting you all very soon, and good luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Ketan. May I now invite Professor Ranjan Das Gupta to introduce with the faculty members of Finance and Accounting.
Uh, Good morning, one and all. I, Ranjan Das Gupta, Area Chair Finance, will now be introducing the Finance and Accounts area faculty members. First of all, I extend my warm welcome on behalf of the area to all of you. We will meet at different point of time in the future. So this order is as per seniority in the IIM Raipur system. So Professor M. Kannadasan, his research interests and teaching interests are in accounting, behavioral finance, emerging financial market and corporate finance. Maybe he will be taking one or two electives on your second year. Then we have Professor Yogesh Chauhan. He is one of the prolific researcher in IIM Raipur. He takes valuation, margin and acquisition, corporate finance, corporate governance. Maybe again, he will be taking one or two electives in the second year of your course curriculum. Then we have Professor Rajesh Pathak. He takes and his research interests are on financial derivatives, corporate finance, market microstructure. Again, he will be taking maybe one or two elective in your second year. Our director, sir, is a part of our area. He may take your first course in term 2, financial accounting, in one of the section at least. His teaching and research interest are business leadership, corporate governance, financial accounting, financial management, and strategic management. Then this is me. I am not. I will be maybe taking one elective later on ESG and impact investing. I also take accounting, corporate governance, and behavioral finance. Then Professor Rajesh SP, maybe he will be taking your accounting course in term 2. He is also acquainted and takes care of accounting standards, policy issues, capital market, and taxation. And then Professor Praneeth Kumar Roy, he may be taking FMI. There is a course in term 3 and maybe one or two elective in your second year. He also researched into corporate finance, developing credit score model, corporate finance, and application of fintech. Now, apart from that, we have also Madam Professor Nidhi Sharma, who actually is an adjunct faculty and who may take project appraisal as an elective. And she is joint secretary level, worked as a joint secretary in central government undertaking. And maybe at different point of time, we will have some renowned faculties who will work as adjunct faculty in different courses across different electives and core courses. And more or less, that's all. Thank you so much and all the best to all of you. We will meet very soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Ranjan. May I request Professor Damini Saini to introduce us with the faculty member of HRM and OB.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Damini Seni, and I'm here to introduce the faculty members of HRM and OB area on behalf of Professor Sunita Sagurthi, who is our area chairperson. First of all, we have Professor Anubha Dadhich, and she'll teach you HRM. I hope you will meet her in the 4th or 5th term. She's PhD from IIT Delhi. She has certificates of MBTI and FIROB. Her teaching and research interests are ethics, leadership, culture. She's also interested in capacity building, organizational development, as well as change management. After her, we are having Professor Badri Narayan Shankar Pawar. He's a PhD from Oklahoma State University in 1996. Sir is a very avid researcher, and he'll teach you organizational behavior in the second term, hopefully. And his teaching and research interests are transformational leadership, organizational citizenship, behaviors, and mostly workplace spirituality. That's me. I'm PhD from FMS Delhi, MBA from IIT Lucknow, and my teaching interests lies in leadership, ethics or values in management, and right now I'm more indulged into positive psychology at workplace. We have Professor Kamal Kishore Jain, one of the most popular professors here. He's PhD from Agra University. His teaching and research interests are knowledge sharing, knowledge leadership, negotiation, and instructional pedagogy. So he takes it in FPM. We have Professor Pankaj Singh. He's an associate professor, PhD from IIT Kharagpur, and Masters in Personal Management from Pune University. Sir teaches OB, and his research interests are job burnout, workplace engagement, and entrepreneurship. We are also having Professor Ritu Gupta, equally versatile in HR and OB. She is PhD from IBS Hyderabad, visiting scholar in Department of Psychology, again Oklahoma State University. She is UGC NET and MBA. Her teaching research interests are on, she worked on time perspective, retirement planning, as well as cross-cultural studies. Professor Sunita, she is our area chair. She's fellow in management from XLRI Jamshedpur. Professor works in negative capability, leadership and group dynamics, and she's also working in flourishing at workplace. Finally, we are having Professor Umesh Saraf, who has retired as an IPS officer. So he's an adjunct professor. He's BTech from IIT Kanpur, PGDM from IIM Ahmedabad, LLB from SK University, and he's pursuing PhD from Osmania University. He has worked in Indian Police Services from 1989 and superannuated as DGSPF Telangana in 2023. So he had charges of personnel organization and police recruitment board. And he was also joint director of the National Police Academy from 2015 to 2020. He's also recipient of several awards like United Nations Peace Medal, Internal Security Medal, Indian Police Medal for meritorious services. So he can help a lot in ground level understanding of human resource management. I believe that's all, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor Damini. Now, I would request Professor Shabna P. to introduce us with a faculty member of Humanities and Liberal Art.
Good morning to all. Congratulations and welcome you all to the program. So in HLA area, we have 4 professors. First, Professor Archana Prashar. She is a senior most faculty. Her PhD is from Devahalya University, and her area of research include business communication, interpersonal skill, written executive communication, and managerial communication. And next, we have Professor Mrinal P. Chowda. Her PhD is from University of Cambridge, and his area of research include communication, theater, literature, and education. Then we have Professor Rahul Hiramat. He did his postdoctoral research from London School of Economics and PhD from IISc Bangalore. And his area of research include energy, climate change, and sustainability. And then it's me, area chair, humanities and liberal arts area. I did my PhD from IIT Madras, and my area of research includes social anthropology, gender and development, and ethics. That's all about our department. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Shabnam. Now, I request Professor Jitesh A. to introduce us with the faculty members of Information System.
So good morning, everybody. First of all, I welcome you all to this course. So let me introduce the faculty members of Information System area. So this is Professor Sumit Gupta. He is one of the most senior professor in our area. He has almost 20 years of experience in industry and in academia. So as you can see here, he is one of the most prolific researcher and has published more than 50 papers in top-ranked international journals. And his research interests include electronic governments, e-commerce, and business analytics. Next is Professor Manojit Chattopadhyay. Again, he is one of the most senior professor in information system area. Again, he has also around nearly 20 years of work experience, and he has published more than 50 papers in various international journals of information system. And his research focus on applications of AI-based models in business decision-making, strategic information visualization in new digital economy, data privacy, etc. And he mainly teaches course in MIS, that is Management Information System, data visualization for decision-making, digital strategy for business, artificial intelligence in business, etc. So next is Professor Shaurya Joy D. So she did her PhD in management from IIM Kolkata. And her teaching interest mainly lies in spreadsheet modeling, management information system, cybersecurity, privacy for managers, digital transformation, and so on. And research interest again lies in data protection, privacy, cybersecurity, and she has published books in risk analysis and published in top journals of repute. Next is me. So I have worked in industry for a few years, and later I did my PhD in management IIM Kozhikode. So my teaching interest mainly lies in blockchain technology, MIS, social network analysis, etc. And my research interest mainly lies in the psychological and sociological aspect of ICT, then dark side of information system, e-government, blockchain, hate speech, etc. And I also published in some of the top journals of international repute. So finally, we have Professor Vasha Mamidi. So she is right now she is working as an associate professor in information system in IIM Raipur. So previously she has worked in IIM Shillong and University of Hyderabad. So also she is a certified project management professional since February 2007, and her research interests are in the areas of predictive analytics, text and social media analytics, machine learning, blockchain, and generative AI. So that's all from our area. And again, I warmly welcome you to this course. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Jitesh. I would request Professor Dhananjay to introduce us with the faculty member with the marketing management.
So dear participant, first of all, I welcome you to this program. And I'm pleased to introduce about the marketing area on behalf of the area chair, Professor Arunima Shah. So as you know that marketing is about keeping customers at the center, value proposition, developing relationships, strategies. Now we find that marketing in the present time of the digitization, innovation also has responded and contributing to the management discipline. As we find that there is a creativity, technology, performance, customer centricity. So these are the things which are influencing marketing, and we are keep taking note of that. The area keeps note of that. And the area offers, area teaches, the faculty teaches in both, that is in the core courses, in the core advanced courses, and in the elective course. So I'm pleased to introduce the faculty. Professor Arunima Shah, she has done her PhD from IIM Lucknow. Her area of expertise is into the digital marketing, social media marketing, marketing management, online consumer behavior, as you can see. Professor Daniel Inbaraj did his PhD from NIT, and his area, teaching area interest is into the cause-related marketing, social marketing, social marketing, and ethical consumption. Professor Daniel teaches in the ePGP program, as well as we also have the ePGP HRM program. So Professor Daniel is also teaching in that program as well. Myself, so I am pleased to associate with this program. My areas is into digital banking, financial services, marketing, brand management, and consumer behavior. So I teach both into the core courses and the electives, that is into business to business marketing and marketing metrics. Professor Himanshu Shekhar Srivastav, he is presently the chairperson for entrepreneurship, and his teaching interest is in consumer behavior, customer intention, and services marketing. In fact, in PGP program, he offers a course on services marketing, and previously he has also taught a course on business research methods in ePGP program. Professor Indira, her teaching interest is into the consumer behavior, consumer culture, marketing management, marketing research. She teaches elective as well as the core courses in PGP program. Professor Jagruk Daura, he is presently the chairperson for PGP, and some of his subjects that he's teaching is marketing, advanced marketing research, pricing, and his research interest includes pricing, brand management, buying behavior, and real estate. Professor Sanjeev Parashar, so I'm pleased to inform that the chief guest has arrived. Sir, welcome you, sir. So Professor Sanjeev Parashar is teaching in and research interest includes buying behavior, rural marketing, international marketing, shopping behavior, online buying, mall selection, and celebrity endorsement. And we have Professor S. Ramkumar, adjunct faculty in marketing, and his teaching and research area is in the topics of marketing, brand management, services marketing, and marketing communication. So we are pleased to inform that the chief guest, Dr. Prem Sagar Mishra ji, has arrived. So let us give a big applause and let us welcome him.
Thank you, Professor Dhananjay. Now, I would request Professor Gopal Kumar to introduce us with the faculty members of Operation and Quantitative Methods.
Uh, Good morning, everyone. On behalf of Operations Management and Quantitative Techniques area, I would like to extend a warm welcome to the ePGP Batch 4. And let me first introduce all the faculty members who will be teaching different courses from Operations and Quantitative Techniques. So let me start with Professor Anand. Somebody. Professor Anand is a PhD from IIM Lucknow and MBA from IIM Lucknow, and his teaching and research interests are game theory, signaling theory, logistics network design, analytical modeling, and optimization. And he will be teaching business statistics and operations research to batch 4. Now, let me come to Professor Bhavna Priya, who is PhD from IIM Lucknow, MTech from IIT Delhi, and her teaching and research interests are inventory management, supply chain finance, analytical modeling, supply chain coordination, return policies, and she will be teaching inventory management and quality management to you. Now, myself, Dr. Gopal Kumar, and I am postdoc from Dublin City University, Ireland, PhD from IIT Kharagpur, MTech from IIT Kharagpur, and my teaching and research interests are supply chain management, green and sustainable collaboration, big data in supply chain, and operations management in Industry 4.0 era. I will be teaching supply chain management and digital operations and supply chain management to you. Now, let me come to Professor Jigyasu Gaur, who is a PhD from IBS Hyderabad and MSc from Jai Narayan Vyas University. And his teaching and research interests are closed loop supply chain, circular economy, supply chain configuration, consumer behavior for reconstructed products. And he will be teaching maybe business statistics and operations research to you. Now, let me come to Professor Mohit Goswami, who is PhD from IIT Kharagpur and MS from Missouri University of Science and Technology, USA. And his teaching and research interests are new product introduction, product line design, supply chain risk modeling, sustainability in value chain. And he may be teaching a new product development and innovation to you. Let me come to Professor Parikshit Charan, who is PhD from IIT Delhi and ME from MNIT Jaipur. His teaching and research interests are supply chain management, operations strategy, sustainable operations, and he may teach design thinking to you. Let me come to Professor R.K. Zana, who is postdoc from NUS Singapore and George Mason University, USA. And his PhD from IIT Kharagpur. His teaching and research interests are optimization, artificial intelligence, stochastic programming, and he will be teaching business statistics and operations research to you. Let me come to Professor Ram Kumar M, who is postdoc from ETH Zurich, PhD from IIT Kharagpur, and PGDM from SCMS Cochin, and his teaching and research interests are supply chain management, sustainability, humanitarian logistics, and technology management. He may be teaching strategic sourcing to you. Let me come to Professor Rajiv A, who is PhD from IIM Kozhikode and MBA from Manipal University. His teaching and research interests are supply chain management, sustainable procurement, system dynamics, circular economy, policy analysis, and he will be teaching operations management and project management to you. So that's all from the area of operations management and quantitative techniques. Thank you all, and a warm welcome again to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Gopal. May I invite Professor Sandeep S. to introduce us with the faculty members of strategic management?
Warm welcome to everyone. I'll introduce a strategic management area for you. So we have Professor Satyasiba Das. His teaching and research interest in the field of strategy, process, and entrepreneurship, and knowledge and innovation, strategic management in the public enterprises, government relation, public sector management, competitive strategy. He is a PhD from Norwegian Institute of Science and Technology and is one of the senior professor in our department. Now we have Dr. Samar Singh. He is a PhD from IIM Ahmedabad. His teaching and research interests are in the area of strategy as a practice, innovation, family business in India, group relations and ethics, and leadership and psychodynamic approach. Then we have Dr. Santanu Bhadra. He is actually a PhD from IIM Calcutta. And his teaching and research interests are in the field of corporate sustainability, corporate governance, and family business. Now we have Dr. Navneet Bhatnagar. He is actually a PhD from IIT Chennai, and his teaching and research interests are in the field of service innovation, new venture creation, the family business, next generation leadership development, values and ethics, and philanthropy. Now, this is me. I'm a PhD from IIM Kozhikode, and my teaching and research interests are in the field of international business, strategy for emerging market, economic geography, and micro foundations of strategy. We have Dr. Parthasarathy Banerjee. He is a PhD from Jadavpur University, and he is a very senior professor. His teaching and research interests are in the field of business strategy, innovation, technology management, and Indian thought. And he's also handling our in-house case repository. It is called the Case House of IIM Raipur. And we have Dr. Saroj Kumar Pani. He is actually a PhD from IIM Bangalore, and his teaching and research interests are in the field of business strategy, business model, ESG strategy, strategic leadership, and entrepreneurship. So on behalf of strategy area, I welcome all of you to the area, and IIM Raipur. I wish you all the success. Thank you.
Thank you, area chairs, for introducing us with the respective faculties. Now, without the further ado, I would like to extend a heartfelt welcome to our chief guest, Dr. Prem Sagar Mishra, Chairman cum Managing Director of Southeastern Coalfield Limited, Bilaspur, who has graciously taken the time to be with us today. Your presence adds immense value to this auspicious occasion, and we are honored to have you here, sir. Now, as a symbolic gesture, we will now have the lighting of lamp followed by Saraswati Vandana. This act signifies the illumination of knowledge and the guiding light that will lead our executives through the complexities of the business world. May I request all the dignitaries on the dais to please join us for the lighting of lamp, and Shri Sumit Ji, technology partner, CEO and founder on virtual basis. Now, may I request our director, Professor Ramkumar Kakani, to welcome our chief guest, Dr. Prem Sagar Mishra ji, with a bouquet of flowers. I would also request our Dean Academics, Professor Pradyuman Das, to welcome our director, sir. Now, to share the thoughts and insights, I would like to invite our director, Professor Ramkumar Kakani, the former director of Government of India's National Center for Leadership Development and Competency Assessment, Center for Governance at IIM Kozhikode, and the one who was associated with the prestigious institute like XLRI Jamshedpur and Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy of Administration, Mussoorie, a premier training institute for the civil services. I request you, sir.
Namaskar and a warm welcome to the chief guest, Dr. Prem sir. Honored to have you here. And also to my esteemed colleagues, especially the Dean Academics, Professor Pradyumna Das, Chairperson ePGP, Professor Dhananjay Bapat, Chairperson Saksham, Professor Damini, and CEO Colonel Harendra Tripathi, Chairperson Admissions, Professor Rajiv, and a whole lot of faculty members out there here who are present, who have taken up their time and given up their weekend time, prime time, quality time, and have come here. Also, I'd like to warmly welcome and express my greetings to my dear students out there. It's an honor to have you here, and it's a big day for you. And I'm sure this day essentially is going to start your new journey towards a journey of another academic, you can say, jump in your career, which was possibly planned through. As I speak a little further, I would possibly go a little in an unstructured fashion, but let me share a few things because given my limited experience of about 2.5 decades of having seen the ePGP. Yeah, I think I'd also like to fail in my duty to, if I not express my warm greetings to our partners out there, New Learn. Welcome to you as well. So first and foremost thing, friends, as we look at you and your profile, there are 234 of you having an average work experience of 11 years. And what it conveys is that most of you are at a certain age band and age category wherein work-life balance also will be very, very important. And my most important request to you as you graduate towards, as you kind of look forward to anchoring your next 2 years here in this particular program, is to ensure that you have a buy-in from your family members and also your organization. Would not, I have seen in the past a few cases of executive PGP program students having either family issues or organizational issues because of the workload that is there, or they end up compromising on giving a short shrift to their executive MBA program. So it is very important that you inform your family members, you inform your organization, at least to your immediate boss, and as well as ensure that you give time to this particular program. Because you see, this essentially, this is not like a typical MBA of an IGNOU or something like that, wherein you kind of join and you think you expect that things would be more or less like you have to just give 1 to 2 or few days just before the exam and you would be going through it. It's not a joke. And in that sense, it needs a fair amount of time commitment from you, and I request you to look at that. Please understand that we are an institute in work in progress. wherein our focus is only three things: academic excellence, social impact, and all of this with good governance. And in that sense, we'd warmly welcome you. We'd look forward to your inputs, engaging with you, and taking taking the whole, you can say, this particular program a little further. Also, let me also share with you that on this particular big day, which is out there for you, it's a day wherein I'm sure some of you would be kind of eagerly looking forward to how will this program go, will I be taken care of well, etc., etc. Please be assured that our chairperson ePGP and his officers have run this particular program for the last three batches, and you are a fourth batch. And for us, essentially, it's like a machine which has been very well oiled, and wherein the resources are not a constraint, and especially given the administration capabilities of our chairperson ePGP, this should not be a big ask out there. Other thing I'd like to say is that, look, I'll put it this way, that there are a few things which you need to possibly also remember as you go through this particular program. Given that many of you are executive MBA students, once in a while, there would be also these issues wherein you may not have time to do your projects or assignments in a very, very careful fashion. However, please understand that this institute is driven by a certain quote known as academic excellence, and wherein our logo also clearly says Swakarma Nirataya Siddhim, means you take care of your roles and your actions should reflect your role and responsibility, and that is where you will achieve perfection. What it also implies is, if you copy paste certain submission, or if you do certain plagiarism, or if you think that you can possibly, you can say, piggy write on some other guy's kind of work out there, understand that the system will take care of you. And in that sense, I'd make you understand that professional integrity is very important in this particular institute, and we do not compromise on that. In the past, there has been about 1 to 2% of turnover in the executive PGP programs because of this particular issue, and it possibly makes immense sense for you to take note of it. The other aspect which I would like to kind of share with you is often what happens is human beings essentially are driven by people of it's like this. Let's say you are invited for a party and you're given fantastic dinner, yet human mind is something which is typically driven by what we call as causal negativity. That is, there is this chance that everything was great, but wish the paneer was a little tad softer out there. And that's the kind of comments which we often tend to get, because we are deeply driven by that is somewhere I think the system tries to make everyone in that sense mediocre, and it doesn't kind of in some sense permit someone else's growth out there by talking about aspects related to causal negativity. It's in the language of literature of behavioral science, it's known as causal negativity. So I would request you to avoid causal negativity, embrace this particular program, enjoy the journey that is there. Your feedback is most welcome. We'll take it further, but you can be assured that you are in great hands and you would thoroughly enjoy this journey. Wish you a great time. Thank you so much, and look forward to engaging with you in the classroom and also meeting you in person during your campus visits in both the years as well. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your kind words. Now, may I invite our Dean Academics, Professor Pradyuman Das, former Chairperson of Admission IIM Raipur, a gold medalist from Sambalpur University for securing first position in MA, and a PhD from IIT Bombay for sharing his thoughts and insights. So please.
Respected Chief Guest, Dr. Prem Sagar Mishra ji, Chairman and Managing Director, Southeastern Coalfields Limited, Director Professor Ramkumar Kakani sir, Chairperson ePGP Professor Dhananjay Bapat sir, Chairperson Admission Professor Rajiv, Chairperson Saksham Professor Damini ma'am, CEO sir, Tripathi sir, and my dear faculty colleagues, staff, and ePGP participants. Namaskar to all of you. I'm glad to be standing here to say a few words to all of you. First of all, my heartiest congratulations to all of you for getting selected for this particular program. Your 2-year ePGP journey begins from today. You'll be sacrificing a lot for this particular program. You'll be attending sessions on Sundays and Saturdays, even weekdays also. So you will have very less time for all other activities, including for your family. Why do you want to sacrifice all these things? For what? To me, to get knowledge, that is management education. The ePGP degree should be the byproduct of it. It should not be the goal. So during your journey, you will have many temptations, distractions. For example, you may like to switch off your video, audio to do something else, which is maybe more attractive at that time. Similarly, as directors are pointed out, in group project, you may not get time to do so. You may like to free ride or let your friends do, and you would like to get the maximum score. Please ensure that you don't do all these things. I hope getting knowledge should be the first priority of yours, top priority. And I will quote something from Gita. It is said that nahi jnanena sadrusam iha vidyate. That means there exists nothing in this world as purifying as knowledge. And I'll also quote from some other source. It is saying jnanam paramam dhyayam. This implies knowledge is the supreme goal. So may knowledge becomes your top priority during this 2 years program. All the best. With these words, I will conclude my address. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor. The accomplished professionals bring with them a wealth of experience, diverse perspective, and a hunger for knowledge that aligns perfectly with the ethos of our institute. So, to introduce the students to the program, I would like to invite Professor Dhananjay Bapat, Chairperson ePGP, who has been handling ePGP for last 2 years. He has been previously worked with the National Institute of Bank Management, Pune, Gujarat Cooperative Milk Marketing Federation, Amul, and Crompton Greaves. He holds a PhD in marketing and also has conducted executive training program for the national as well as an international participants. I request you, sir.
Respected Chief Guest, Dr. Prem Sagar Mishra, respected Director Sir, Professor Ramkumar Kakani, Professor Pradyumna Das, Dean Academics, Colonel Dr. Harinder Tripathi, Chief Administrative Officer, Professor Rajiv A. is the officiating chairperson admissions, and Professor Damini from HR and OB area. As we are part of this world, we find that there is a growing attention towards continuous learning. And as a student or as a working executives, you also have felt that you should also contribute. Why you should contribute? Maybe it can help you in increasing the market value. It will help you to take or transition to a higher orbit, maybe taking a higher responsibilities. And we would like to, be part of your dream in these 2 years. And as far as executive postgraduate program is concerned, our program is well aligned with our mission, which is about creating a learning-centric environment, about management thought, about research and practice, which we try to introduce, which we try to take care as part of this program. Now, as a practicing working executive, this program, I'm sure, will help you a lot. And we also look forward to your contribution, because your class will be starting from 27th. And as Professor Pradyuman also told, our director also mentioned that the classes will be on Saturday, on Sunday, and on Wednesday. So I know that as a working executives, you are taking care of your organization and you're taking care of your family. I'm so happy that you definitely would have been taking care of both these aspects very well. And now you're adding the third element, that is you are embarking on a course on executive management, that is MBA program from, as sir mentioned, from IIM Raipur, which is about teaching excellence, which is about social impact. And all these things you'll find in the program. So here, as I see that when we talk about the mission statement, that is about creating a learning-centric environment, ultimately you want to become a future leaders. So we find that there are examples, as we had ePGP batch 1 that has graduated, their convocation got over, and some of the students who are talking to me or with whom I have an interaction, I get a perspective that these students are contributing to the organization. Some of the role of these students have also undergone a change. For example, some students who are working into the manufacturing setup has been brought into the strategic role. And considering the fact that the type of the subjects that you will be exposed to, in the term 3, which is about your core courses. So core courses, as we have seen, the areas which are already represented. So you will have a course from microeconomics, you have a course from macroeconomics, you have a course from marketing management 1, marketing management 2. So it may be possible that you are from operations, or you may be working in hedge funds, or you may be supporting your organization. But here all these subjects will give you a better exposure. So it is not only about the hard programs, we also give the importance to the communication skills. So we also have communication skills, which is well integrated by our faculty, and we have a specific subject on communication skills. So that also takes care of that. Now, as we find, why this program and what is that it means to you? I feel that this program is a very unique program. I find that there are 2 or 3 participants from ePGP batch 4. Thank you for spending your time and coming all the way. This program, I was having a conversation, and this will be a minimum disruption. If you look into other programs, we were doing this program in the year 2012, where a participant has to come all the way, if he's in Raipur or Bilaspur, 2 hours, and he'll be coming here on Saturday and Sunday. He'll be attending a classes, and then he'll be going back. That means that participant was spending around 8-9 hours only during for commuting. Here, your program has an advantage that you are reducing the commuting time, and that time you can invest into your learning. So for example, if we are taking care of, say, 10 hours in a week, it is your also responsibility to devote more than that time. We expect at least to devote 2 times or 3 times of that time, uh, for keeping you, well versed with the subject. And as you know, this program will be going very fast. There will be a continuous evaluation. So all our faculty, they have got a very good pedagogic techniques. There will be case studies. There will be classroom participation. There will be a breakout rooms. We will take all the advantage of online learning. For example, you are participating, and there is, sir also mentioned that you can give your expectations to chat. So as a faculty, we also use this as a mechanism for class participation. So what I do, for example, I take those inputs and I will check that who is participating, because there is a class participation component. There will be a quiz, and this quiz, it is not that the quiz will be at the end of the program. There will be series of the quiz, at least 2 or 3 quiz which will be taken. There will be case studies, so prepare yourself for this program. There will be a blend of management techniques. There will be you will be exposed to a decision making, and at the same time, you will be also having a great network to learn from your fellow participants. So that is also great as part of this program. There are certain hygiene factors that I would request you to emphasize on. The first hygiene factor is that you have to keep your video on, because if you keep your video on, that lifts up the spirit of the teacher, faculty, as well as your fellow students. So, and we will also ensure that that is also given weightage for your class participation. And there will be a regular activities. Ultimately, we are here to study knowledge, and Professor Pradyuman already mentioned that knowledge is supreme. But there is a connection that we want to derive happiness, as a human being. And there is a connection from a knowledge to a happiness. That is, there is a slok that is Vidya Dadati Vinayam. Vinaya Dayati Patratam. Patratam Dhanap Apnoti Dhanat Dharmam Tata Sukham. That means that Vidya will lead to how you behavior, in terms of, it's not that Vidya having a higher knowledge is about having a higher ego. I think ego should be less. It should be inversely proportional, right? That is what it is, a Vinay, and Vinay will result into eligibility. Eligibility will result into dharma. You will understand what is right, what is wrong, and there is also element of dhana. Dhana is, Vidya is considered as a dhana, and through Vidya, you can also earn other dhanas, right? And which will lead ultimately to a happiness. So I, on behalf of ePGP, I'm also thankful for all the preparations which has been done by ePGP office. So let us give a big applause to the ePGP office. Our ePGP office will consist of Sri Sachidanandji, Sri Sachin Prakash, Diksha, Arun, who are all here, to support the program, and they will give an excellent administrative support to the program. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Dhananjay. Further proceeding with the event, I would like to invite our CEO, Colonel Dr. Harendra Tripathi, a recipient of Veerta Padak in 1996, to address the gathering and to the people connected with us on a virtual basis. So please.
Respected Dr. Mishra, our chief guest, director sir, and the dignitaries on the dais, and eminent professors, ladies and gentlemen who are listening online. Not take much time. I just wait for your campus immersion. You will come to a wonderful campus, which is spread in 200 acres of land, and all the eminent facilities, including your classrooms, entertainment, what he said, khushi hum hi de payenge aapko. So please come and enjoy the khushi. That's about all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Now, may I invite our chief guest, Dr. Prem Sagar Mishra, Chairman cum Managing Director of Southeastern Coalfield Limited, Bilaspur. He has obtained a postgraduate diploma in business law from the West Bengal National University and a PhD holder from IIT Dhanbad. Sir, please.
प्रणाम। आप सभी का आदर, अभिवादन, अभिनंदन, आदाब और आभार. And a very warm greeting to all those who don't understand, the Hindi, because I was told that there are out of 234 students are the candidates, ePGP candidates, there are few who are from abroad. So for them, a very warm greetings from my side. Respected Professor Kakani and the total team on the dais, the respected dignitaries, and the learned wisdom under the roof, the dear participants for this ePGP course. It's really, a matter of great privilege, pride, and pleasure for me to be here. To be honest, we talk about some sort of industry academia interface. I don't know that how that interface can be created in true spirit, but I've also got some sort of deep-seated desire in my heart that there should be, and the advantages are very much in the heart as well as the head also. But to address the candidates who have got around 11 years of experience, the average age being around 30, and I was told that there are 20% female candidates also. So what I think that IIM Raipur, I was informed that it's holding 11th rank under that, that NIRF ranking. So congratulations for that, and I wish and I pray Almighty that you should come within 10 very shortly and excel to the top. This is step of including, the female candidates also who have got around 10, 11 years of services. I think that is one of the aspects of the DEI which you have taken into consideration, the diversity and equity and the inclusion. Nobody in this universe wants to be recognized on the basis of the biology he or she is born with. It's basically the merit which should be respected, and anybody lamba hai, chota hai, whatsoever it is, like the merit should be respected, and you are promoting that part also. So I once again want to wish my best wishes and congratulations for that. Coming to this course, I was going through, the curriculum. Certainly it's a great one, fantastic one, and I think it suits the requirement of the organizations also. The other part, the students or the candidates who are taking part in that, I'm often reminded of, a saying that kaun hai jisme kami nahi, asman ke paas bhi jami nahi. Those who cannot understand again that we all are somehow having some sort of incompetencies, inadequacies, or incapabilities somewhere if you are human being. There is one Peter's principle of incompetence also, which says that suppose there has been a candidate who is throughout topper of 10th, 12th, graduation, post-graduation, everything, but he will prove to be a good teacher, not sure. Another example that a very good topper, like meritorious student, a very good teacher, but he will become a very good head of department, I think, again, not sure. Coming to the third stage, that a very good student, a very good teacher, a very good head of department, but he will prove to be a very good director of an institute also. So at some of the points, we generate some sort of either the incompetencies or the inadequacies or something like which does not allow us to shoulder the responsibilities of the higher post. And that's why this constant updation, constant learning, and knowing that if I reach to a particular position, then what are the tasks to be performed by me, and how I can break the cycles or some sort of labyrinth over there. Those all who have opted, I understand that they understand the nuances of updating their skills, so that this all like the globe, which has already turned to be a very volatile and uncertain and the complex and ambiguous. Those challenges could be met by upskilling their skills. Coming to this path of that uncertainty, unless until you are fully prepared, it's very difficult to negotiate and maneuver the curves or the hardships. Today, while I was coming, there was a person who was contacting with me, Mr. Najar. So I requested him that, can you share your live location? He told that, yeah, I'm moving and I'll reach near Mantralaya. I told that, okay, you share, and what's your location, which I'll reach over there. Before he says, I shared my live location and I was traveling. When I was 10 kilometers approximately away, then I called him and I told that, Mr. Najar, can I use washroom before reaching over there? He told that, okay, we'll do that. But just after 2-3 minutes, I found that his vehicle is moving. And I was trying to reach to the coordinates which was visible in that, that live location. Now that was an uncertain situation. That was a complex situation, that where should I go, in which direction I should go. And then I asked him that, Mr. Najar, can you be at the spot or at the coordinate where you are right now? Don't move any other place. This says two things. Abhimanyu, I think you all have heard his name. When he was conceived, so that time, his father was narrating certain case history to his mother, that how to break the Chakravyuhas, the labyrinth, the 8th labyrinth. His mother could hear, the 7 steps, but for the 8th one, she slept. And since he was conceived by her, so he could not listen to that. You know that in Mahabharata, he was killed because he could not break that 8th labyrinth. Here the only question is that why did not he ask the question to either his dad, that, Dad, can you tell me that how to break this 8th labyrinth? Or if suppose few years back, people used to get afraid of their father, so they used to communicate with the mothers. He could have asked his mother also that, Mom, can you ask Dad that how to break that 8th labyrinth? That happens with most of the executives who join certain organizations, that they come from very good institutions, some engineering colleges, medical colleges, financial institutions, management institutions, but they don't update their skills. And at some point of time, they become Abhimanyu. So I again congratulate all those who have opted for updating their skills so that they don't become the Abhimanyu. The other thing that I'll say first, sorry to Najar if he's here. I was a bit angry that time. I had shown my irritation and annoyance to him that you stop at the place where you are. And that was very much intentional, without any bias. Once you are working in any organization, you must learn the techniques of deciphering what is difference between right and wrong. And if there is something wrong, you must show your anger, your aggression. I'll just cite 2 characters of 2 different eras. Bhishma Pitama, I think you all have heard. He was a very learned person. and he was a great warrior also. But when that Chir Haran was going on, he could not show his anger. Had he shown his anger and told that, no, 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 you cannot do this. This is not justice. You are not allowed to do that. Probably Mahabharata either would have not happened, or if it would have, the form or the paradigm would have been different. As a result of his not showing anger, he died on the bed of the arrows. Another character, Jatayu, he was neither as much learned as Bhishma Pitama was, nor as a great warrior as Bhishma Pitama was. But when again some Haran was going on, he told Ravan that, no, 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 you cannot do this. I'll fight till the last moment. You are not allowed. You are not supposed to do this. And he died Bhagwan Ram ki god mein, in the laps of Lord Ram. When we are in the profession, these ethics, these values, these integrities, they count a lot. That can we all become Jatayus? So once you learn the so many tools and techniques of the management in the IIM Raipur, always your endeavor should be that to decipher between the right and the wrong. One more thing I'd like to share. I think we all try to become good managers, good leaders, some sort of differences between, the managers and the leaders. But either you become a good manager or a good leader, the purpose behind that is that you want to become a change element. You want to create some change. You want to maintain some change. And you want to sustain that change, that it is on the sustainable basis. But once you try to become the change element, everywhere the ball is full. I'll just share one story, in the 7th or 8th century, on the western side of our country, there was a kingdom called Sajan. It is just near Gujarat. And the king of that kingdom was Jadi Raja. His kingdom was very prosperous, and, the things were going too good. In one evening, his courtier came over there to the king and asked that, sir, around 150 to 200 male and female are there at the door of our kingdom, and they want asylum. The king discussed with his ministers, and they told that, no, already, we have got adequate population, and giving asylum to some other persons, that will lead to, some sort of random things over there. But then the courtier said that, sir, they are so smart. The males are very handsome. The ladies are very beautiful. They are tall, and their physique is so good that once allow them to come inside, just see them, and then you can take your decision. Then the king asked that, okay, call them. When they were called, certainly he was astonished to see them. They were very tall, good-looking people. Their smartness was beyond, excellence. But how to communicate there that, no, he cannot accommodate them in his kingdom. So he asked again the courtier that, can you bring a bowl full of milk? That courtier bought that, bowl full of milk. And the king had shown it to the leader of, those 150, 200 people. They're the Parsis. And told that, you see, the bowl is full. The leader of their team was Dhaval Dastur. He smiled. And he made a request to the courtier that, can I have a spoon having some sugar. That courtier brought that spoon, having some sugar. And then Dhaval Dastur told Jadi Raja that, "Sir, I have not come to replace your milk. I have come to sweeten your milk. I want to change the taste of your milk." And they were absorbed, they were given asylum over there. And the history is there. You can see that how they have changed the landscape of this country, either it's the economy or the commerce or the trade or the business. But the first thing that whenever you want to make some change, the world will say you that the ball is full. Now, unless until you become the sweetener, you cannot make the change. Few lessons from this story are that once you want to make a change after doing your this MBA program, in whatsoever organization you are working, if you go there, whatsoever changes you want to bring in, the people will first say that the ball is full. But you have to have some sugar there, some spoon there, and some stirrer there. Some sort of team is needed. Only the talent is not going to work. Talent combined with the team, and there, I think during this course, you'll try to learn the team building exercises also, that how to build a team and how to lead a team. And again, it's a very complex organizational behavior. I don't want to go into the details of that, but you have to understand the human perspective. Just quoting Alton Mayo that, human problems can be solved only by human tools and human data. Human problems cannot be solved by non-human tools and non-human data, because human is not an adjunct of a machine. So you have to first become that human and then solve the human problems by some sort of human tools. Even, in our mythology, if you go through the Manu Smriti, the preamble of that says, Manubhav, try to become a good human being. And once you become a good human being, after that, you can become a very good executive, you can become very good in doctor, engineer, professor, director, whatsoever you want to become. But first becoming a good human being, that's, very important. And once you become that, change element after having that team, that technology, that talent, then people say that, wow, he is a man who can make a change. And then you go to some organization, and then people say you that, yes, there is a glass of water. What changes can you bring in? You say that I have got a lemon in my pocket, and you just make a lemonade over there. Then people say that, wow, he is a change element. He can turn that water into the lemonade. You get a jump, you go to other organization or get some jump in the organization in which you are working. And then people come there with a sort of ball of rice. Again, the question is that, can you change it? You say that, yes, I've got 10 years of experience, 15 years of experience, 20 years of experience. And you convert that rice into lemon rice. People again say that, wow, he is a change element. He can do miracles. And then you go to some other higher post with higher challenges. And again, people say that, yes, he is a change element. And then they give you a bowl of milk. You say that, yes, I have got 30 years of experience. But you have got that same lemon. You put that lemon. I'm not going to say that what will happen. So changing that lemon, it's updation of the knowledge. और एक कौन बनेगा करोड़पति, अमिताभ बच्चन का एक सीरियल है, उसका जो टैग लाइन है कि ज्ञान ही आपको आपका हक दिलाता है. It's the knowledge which can empower you with everything. In spite of that, like, when you go to the real business, then it's not always that whatsoever read in the books or whatsoever talent you have, that will suffice, and that will solve the purpose, that will solve the challenge. You have to be always, innovative, and creative. You have to understand the business. You have to understand the perspective over there. And that's possible only by, imbibing the best practices. But best practices of the 80s or the 90s or the, some 10 years back are not going to solve the problem. What are the current best practices that one must examine, analyze, and conceptualize under the push and pull of so many forces which are acting on that particular domain so that you can take the right decision. Unless until one examines, analyzes, and conceptualizes, the different forces acting on that. So it's basically the skill, the prudence, the diligence, and the foresight with respect to any decision or anything which is more important. This, it's just like chemistry. As I was told that most of the students are from the engineering background, or even if you're not from the engineering background, at least till 10th, everybody studies, the science. In that, a particular atom, which is like, very, very stable, what's that with, and your director certainly is a chemical engineer, so the chemistry, talking about the chemistry, certainly he understands the nuances of that. The electrons move in different orbits over there. And people know that is 2 8 18 ka rahega concept 2n square, but it's not exactly like that. It's basically the orbitals through which the electrons get filled in that. And those orbitals are SPDF, that's our principal, diffuse, and fundamental. Once those orbitals are filled systematically, then that will provide the stability to the atom. Similarly, this SPDF, that is skill, prudence, diligence, and foresight, if you have got in any industry, and if you can understand, either it's the operations management or the marketing or the organizational behavior or the international business, whatsoever the domain you are studying, like what is skill, what prudence, what diligence, and what foresight I can have for solving the problems related to a particular domain. So I think that needs to be acquired. But even after that also, as what he was, Professor Kakani was saying about that, that causal negativity, that is basically the Freudian phrase, that और हम लोग का एक हिंदी में गाना भी है कि कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे, लोगों का काम है कहना. So whatsoever you do, people criticize it, but you have to just the move away, move ahead from all the criticism. But there are certain times that you have to face the challenges. You have to face certain exams. What I'll say that, and what I'll suggest that, don't get afraid of the exams. There was a particular dialogue between Chanakya and Chandragupta, in which, Chandragupta, he was in love with Madhulika, and Chanakya was a bit worried कि ये इतना प्यार मोहब्बत और इश्क में रहेंगे तो फिर राज्य कैसे चलेगा. तो उन्होंने क्या किया कि मधुलिका का वध करा दिया. But after that, Chandragupta, what happened, that when he saw her dead body, he started weeping. And then, the spy of the Chanakya went and told that, sir, Guruji, whatsoever you did, that turned wrong. And instead of, coming out of that euphoria, he is just, weeping and weeping. He told that, okay, wait for some time. But the days passed, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. And on the 3rd day, then Chanakya goes there to Chandragupta, और जो कि मधुलिका के शव के पास में हैं, लेकिन वो चंद्रगुप्त का कंधा पकड़ते हैं और कंधा पकड़ के उनको उठाते हैं और बोलते हैं कि उठो बत्स उठो, ये दुनिया इम्तिहान की जगह है और इम्तिहान उसी का होता है जो इम्तिहान के लायक होता है. So if you face certain exams in your life, in your career, either it's the personal or the professional, you have to always understand that probably that was destined for you and you are capable enough to withstand the challenges of that exam. And that's why that exam is being taken. So I think those are certain values, like which need to be created in your mind. Since you have got, that 10, 11 years is the average experience as our tool. It's a big experience, but again, reaching to the top, that requires, it sucks, it sucks. Professor Kakani was talking about, some sort of QWL, that quality work life. इसकी परिभाषाएं अलग हो सकती हैं, किताबों में भी कुछ लिखा है, but everybody has got his own definition of, that QWL. Can one have a very good QWL after spending 14 hours or 16 hours in the office or in the field, sleeping on his or her table, and then also going at the home? In my opinion, yes. Because I am a workaholic, I buy with, yes, we can work for 70 hours. Actually, if you go home and don't spend the quality time with your spouse, just being together is not the QWL. But if you go home, ask either a wife or your husband that come, we'll go to the kitchen, we'll prepare very good coffee and we'll take it. If after going home, you can hug your spouse in a very loving manner, I think that is QWL. भले आप फील्ड से आए, आपके अंदर आपके ऊपर हो सकता है कि डस्ट लगा हो, कीचड़ लगा हो, कुछ ऑयल लगा हो, कुछ ग्रीस लगा हो, लेकिन उसी में अगर एक अच्छा किस दे देते हैं अपने स्पाउस को, अपने बच्चे को, आई थिंक दैट इज QWL. नॉट जस्ट स्पेंडिंग सम टाइम कि हम 8 घंटा ही काम करेंगे और बाकी 16 घंटा घर पे रहेंगे और घर पे रह करके कोई OTT में सीरीज देखेंगे. आई थिंक दैट इज नॉट QWL. सो QWL हैज गॉट different connotations, different meanings, but that should have some purpose and there should be some QWL. और वो मिलाप कितना अच्छा से आप कम्युनिकेट कर पाते हैं. यहाँ पे हम एक सतसैया का दोहा आपके साथ में, पता नहीं क्यों मन में सडन आ गया कि आपके साथ में शेयर करें कि when the Uddhav is going to Krishna, then he asks कि अरे बोलो तुम लोग कुछ कहना है क्या कृष्ण से. And that time, there was no WhatsApp, though there was no chat box or no means of messaging. So they say that कागद पर लिखत न बनत, कहत संदेश लजात, कहिए सब तेरो हियो, मेरो ही की बात. भाई कागज पे तो लिखते नहीं बन रहा है, टेक्स्ट करने में भी थोड़ा सा शाइनेस फील हो रहा है. अब ये तो तुम्हारा हृदय ही है जो मेरे हृदय की बात को जानेगा. इफ दैट sort of understanding you can develop with your spouse or with family, with your children, with your brothers, with your sisters, with your parents, I think that is the QWL. It's not, और इसीलिए तो बहुत दूर रह करके भी जब आप अपना कहीं अपनापन फील करते हैं, I think that is QWL. Understanding, the human behavior, though it's complex, और जब आपको किसी चीज का कहीं सॉल्यूशन नहीं मिले, किसी मैनेजमेंट का किताब में, किसी इंजीनियरिंग का किताब में, किसी टेक्नोलॉजी का बुक में, तो उसको हैंडल विथ लव, डील विथ लव. और वो एक इतना बड़ा चीज है कि उसका समाधान मिल ही जाता है. एक और गाना मुझे याद आ रहा है, इश्क कीजिए फिर समझिए जिंदगी क्या चीज है. But that love is needed. That love is needed. Either it is your work with your family or so whatsoever you love, but that love element has to be there. Around say more than 5 years back, I was appointed as CMD of a company called Eastern Coalfields Limited. It's in West Bengal, near Asansol. And there, when I was selected over there, so that company was running in losses for more than 1,300, 1,400 crore for so many years. That was a big challenge for me, that the company having around 62,000 of the manpower and turning into losses, being a government company, 1,300 crores, 1,400 crore losses per annum. It was huge. When I joined there in August 2018, on the very first day, when I discussed for the whole day with the directors of that company, with the general managers, with the head of departments, with the trade unions, with the steering committee members, so everybody told that, so a company to murchit ho gaya. It has turned unconscious. अब unconscious होने पे करते क्या है? We resurrect that. Then I got a clue from रामायण, जिसमें कि जब लक्ष्मण मूर्छित हो जाते हैं तो उनको एक संजीवनी का जरूरत पड़ता है. So I told in a very casual way, okay, let us provide sanjeevani to ECL. And if that sanjeevani is provided to, am I boring? If no, then I'll just say, okay. So I told that, okay, let us provide sanjeevani to ECL, and that sanjeevani will resurrect it. It will revitalize. For me, that sanjeevani was SANJIBANI. SA was for systemic advancements. Wheresoever we are, can we challenge the status quo? और जब तक हम चाहे जहां कहीं भी हैं, जब तक हम status quo को challenge नहीं करेंगे, तब तक we cannot do innovation, we cannot make creativity, and the extraordinary results are not possible. So I told them that whatsoever legacy this company has, let us challenge it, and if at any point of time, if we feel that no, this is a sort of system of the Oblivion society, this system is obsolete, let us make some new systems, some advanced systems. NJ was for new jobs. That can we create some new jobs for, though the manpower was 62,000, but can we create some new jobs through some sort of organic and some sort of inorganic growth by having some more projects in pipeline, so that we can have support of the community at large. That IB was for integrated business. That can we are just producing coal and selling it. Can we go for some sort of forward or backward integration? And we started a Silpanchal Pariyojana, that how to convert that coal into the synthetic natural gas, so that we can add some sort of value to our company and to the customers also. And that A&I was for new initiatives. That Sanjeevani, made that company into a profit of more than 1,400 crore rupees in the year 2018-19. Now this word was not taken from either any management or technology book or from though that word was there, but its significance in that coming to that Sanjeevani will be in the form of systemic advancements. वो कहीं आपसे बताया, कहीं प्यार था उस कंपनी के प्रति, और प्यार जब होता है ना तो कुछ नया रास्ता निकाल ही लेता है. फिर आप लोगों ने डंकी किसी ने देखा है अभी? Okay, you have seen. That is the love between that Pannu and Shah Rukh Khan. That's a good movie. You can see. I see a lot of movies, and basically I'm a fan of Shah Rukh Khan. So even if the movie is not so good, then also I go to see that. Means wheresoever you are, you have to make certain strategies, and strategies whatsoever made say 5 years or 10 years back, the same strategy will be right or appropriate today. No. The strategy has to change according to the circumstances. As what I told, that if you have got lemon in your pocket, always, like everywhere, even in the milk also, you cannot do that. So in organization, wheresoever you are, you have to strategize and prioritize the things that what are the strategies through which I can go for the excellence. अभी स्ट्रेटेजी का बात है, और एक्चुअली हम थोड़ा सा इसलिए टाइम का उल्लंघन कर रहे हैं, बिकॉज प्रोफेसर ककानी हैज टोल्ड मी देयर कि आपका समय तो 15 मिनट है, लेकिन आपको थोड़ा ज्यादा लेना हुआ तो ले लीजिएगा। और हम तो पहली बार आए हैं, और आए हैं तो हम कहीं अपने आप को रोक भी नहीं पा रहे हैं। सच पूछिए तो हम जब किसी भी विद्यालय के या शिक्षा प्रांगण में जाते हैं तो अनायासी वहाँ की धरती को नमन करने का, प्रणाम करने का मेरा मन करता है। हम कहीं भाव विह्वल हो जाते हैं। और शिक्षा के, बिकॉज व्हाट्स आई एम टुडे, बिकॉज आई ट्राई टू स्टडी and I try to study very religiously, so that's why I got huge respect for that. तो स्ट्रेटेजी वाले में भी 90s में एक मूवी आया था बाजीगर करके, शाहरुख खान का ही मूवी है। सही, लाइक दैट टाइम व्हाट वाज द स्ट्रेटेजी कि लाइक कुछ पाने के लिए कुछ खोना पड़ता है, और जो खो करके पाता है, और जो हार के जो जीता उसको बाजीगर करते हैं। आई थिंक दैट टाइम दैट स्ट्रेटेजी वाज गुड. And just prior to that, in 84, there was a book also that don't say yes if you want to say no. Something like, Amitabh Bachchan type, that angry man, that, कुछ खोने के लिए कुछ पाना पड़ता है, और जो खो के पाता है उसको बाजीगर कहते हैं। भाई अगर बिना कुछ खोए हुए पा सकते हैं तो फिर खोने की आवश्यकता क्या है? And that strategy changed in the 21st century, and then again a movie came called Chak De India. And in Chak De India was, आपको खोने का जरूरत नहीं है, but you have to put everything for those, some time, 1.5 hours, और उस 1.5 घंटा में आप अपने जीवन का सब कुछ लगा दीजिए। I think that was again, inspired by Alchemist to certain extent. But एक ही आप किसी चीज को पाना चाहते हो तो पूरी कायनात कोशिश करती है। Though it was more manifested, in Om Shanti Om, but in that also the clue was taken, from there. And has anybody seen Happy New Year? Okay. So in Happy New Year, when the the movie starts, so in the beginning, it goes like, like whole screen is totally black, and then somebody like says from the background that इस दुनिया में 2 ही तरह के लोग होते हैं, एक विनर्स और एक लूजर्स, और किस्मत बड़ी कमीनी चीज है, हमेशा विनर्स का ही साथ देती है। Now, if somebody has been loser at some point of time, he'll get demotivated, but that movie goes for 2.5 hours. And when that movie ends, there is a diamond of 250 crore rupees. They get it. And then the dialogue changes. And it says like that, दुनिया में 2 ही तरह के लोग होते हैं, winners और losers. किस्मत हमेशा winners का ही साथ देती है, लेकिन अगर हौसले में दम है तो बदल ही जाती है। Now, can we create that passion? That is the strategy which I think it is the fundamental one, that either it is the period 90s or the 21st century or in the coming future also. If somebody is passionate enough, वहीं इश्क वाली बात है कि अगर कहीं पैशनेट एनफ आप हैं, अगर आप किसी चीज से इस कर लिए हैं, वो आपका ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है या फैमिली है, देन you can achieve. And I if I remember exactly, there is a very good song also with which that movie ends, and he says that दम है तो कोई रोक ले, सूरज से ऊंचे हौसले, साथ मिलकर हम चलें, किस्मत से किस्मत चुराने, कहते हैं हमको प्यार से इंडिया वाले। What does that signify? कि साथ मिलकर हम चलें, किस्मत से किस्मत चुराने। If somebody says that no, हमारे तो प्रारब्ध में ही नहीं था, हमारे तो भाग्य में ही नहीं था, तो हम उस भाग्य से भी अपने भाग्य को चुरा लेंगे। If you have got that हौसला, अगर हमारे पास में जोश है, वो जज्बा है, वो जुनून है, तो भाग्य भी बदल ही जाएगा। So this is what I wanted to communicate, that you have to be passionate enough in in whatsoever field you are working. All the candidates who are participating in this program, I once again wish all the best for your career. And always updation. This is a 2 years course, लेकिन हमारा एक ये भी मानना है कि आपको हर एक 2 साल को, चूंकि आप ग्रेजुएशन करके तो आए ही हैं, तो एक 2-2 साल का कोर्स को आपको कहीं ना कहीं एक पीजी मान करके, जब तक आपका कैरियर है तब तक आपको पढ़ना है। And once you develop that habit, और ऐसा नहीं कि हम कुछ जस्ट सिर्फ भाषण देने के लिए बोल रहे हैं. आप लोगों से बताएं, हमने भी बहुत पढ़ने का कोशिश किया, डिग्रियां तो बहुत हासिल नहीं कर पाए. But when I became director in 2015, then at some point of time I realized, that I need to hone my skills. I need to upgrade my skills with respect to the company's law. And then I took admission in that National University of Juridical Sciences at, Kolkata. And that was divided in 4 parts. There were four semester sort of things. And in the first part, there were 3 subjects. It was the competition law, the company law, and the contract law. And there were certain advocates also, advocates of the Calcutta High Court, who were studying there with me. And in first, that legal jurisprudence was a bit new for me. I was not able to understand the many of the terminologies over there, so I could not secure good marks. लेकिन जब इश्क करके पढ़ा, I was the gold medalist. I topped. I got first among first there because I wanted to study it. वो passion था कि नहीं, हमको business laws को समझना है. और उसी बीच में because basically I'm a mining engineer, so after reaching certain stage, I thought कि पढ़ लें. ये ऐसा सौभाग्य तो मैं नहीं मिल पाया कि मैनेजमेंट इंस्टीट्यूशंस में जाकर के पढ़ने का मौका मिला हो. लेकिन then I started pursuing my PhD, and last year only I got it. तो वो एक कहीं हंगरी होना कि हमेशा अपने आप को अपडेट करने के लिए. I know the world is changing so fast that unless until you update yourself on the daily basis, हम कहीं पीछे छूट जाएंगे, हम कहीं अभिमन्यु बन जाएंगे. हम सबको अभिमन्यु नहीं बनना है. With this wish that you flourish in your personal and professional career. Wish you all the best, and thank you. I am Raipur for inviting me here to share my views and to be here and to see, the beauties of this place. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Pranam.
Thank you, Dr. Prem, for sharing us your life learning and experience. It was very motivational one. And आशा है कि आप पहली बार के बाद IIM दोबारा बार आएं. With this, I would request our director, Professor Ram Kumar, to present a memento to Dr. Prem ji as a token of love. May I now request Sri Shumit Kumar, founder and CEO of our technology partner, NewLearn, a catalyst and integrator for educational change in India and among top 40 education evangelists of the country and featured in Forbes magazine. His venture, NewLearn, has been recognized and listed by Business Today magazine as one of the top 5 edtech players in India in the category of management education. I would request you, sir, to please connect on a virtual basis and share your perspectives.
Yeah, thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. It's an absolute honor to be here today virtually. Today marks an important moment that we extend our warm wishes to the entire batch of ePGP, and really feel proud to be associated with the Institute as tech and marketing partner for this 4th batch of ePGP program. If we look at our past batches from the very genesis of this collaboration in the year 2020, IIM Raipur has fostered an environment which encourages mutual understanding and respect, and not just to us as a partner, but to students as well. These students have now found a place since the first batch has already been convocated, and they feel much more confident as they strive for greatness day in, day out. This course truly shares our vision of upskilling working professionals. So at NewLearn, we are not only helping professionals in gaining the degree and diploma programs. We have also been associated with different institutes for certification programs as well. And we believe that one can reach the full potential without putting a break in their respective careers, since these courses are delivered online during the weekends. Let me express my immense gratitude to Shri Ramkumar Kakani ji and the amazing faculty members who have stayed with us throughout this wonderful journey for last 3 years. None of this would be possible without your constant support, sir. And finally, to the students present here today, I'd like to say that there is where your journey begins. The possibilities are endless, and resources at your disposal are some of the best that you can find in the industry. Feel free to reach out to my team for any assistance you may require in the next 2 years. And embrace this opportunity, learn, grow, and like we always say, never stop learning. Good wishes to everyone around here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sumit ji. Now for signing off, may I invite Professor Damini Saini, a PhD holder in HRM and OB, University of Delhi. She has contributed to various internationally acclaimed journals and books chapters. She has also actively taken part in various conference and seminar. Ma'am, please.
Good afternoon, everyone, once again. So it's been such an honor to be a part of this wonderful event. On behalf of IIM Raipur, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed guest, Dr. Prem Sagar Mishra, Chairman cum Managing Director, SECL, Bilaspur. So thanks a lot, sir. I want to thank you in your own style. And because simple thanks is not enough for you, whatever you have shared with us, you enlightened with us. So I think I may relate more if I say it with a doha of Bihari Satsai. So Satsaiya ke dohre, jo navik ke tir, dekhan mein chote lage, घाव करे गंभीर. So just like that, whatever you said, it was too deep and touched our heart. And it makes too much sense when we are living in a highly complex environment. So, and I make sure, sir, that we will keep lemon with us throughout so that we can make lemonade or the lemon rice, whatever you told us. And apart from that, Chanakya was not fair. And the way you correlated movies, it was really awesome. It tells us that we should not leave our mind when we go to movies, but we should be mindful at movies. So thank you so much, sir. I also thank our director, Professor Ramkumar Kakani. Thanks a lot, sir, for your precious time. I thank our Dean, Professor Padyuman Das, and Chairman ePGP, Professor Dhananjay Bapat. Thanks a lot, sir, for telling all the participants that what is expected out of them for the course. We appreciate the flawless partnership with NewLearn. We thank Sri Sumit Kumar for his words. Now, my sincere thanks to the chairperson admissions, Professor Mohit and Professor Rajiv, who is here. Colonel Dr. Harindra Tripathi, CEO, sir, thanks a lot for being so precisely, brief and, thank you so much, sir. So, I thank all the area chairs and all the faculty members who are present here. I also thank ePGP office for organizing this event, and they have done a lot of things. So a big thanks for them. Now, a wide round of applause and thanks to all the participants who are online with us. This is for you guys. And finally, I would like to thank you everyone who's here for making the time to be with us today. Thank you one and all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I would request everyone to please stand up for a national anthem. शुभ नामी जागे शुभ शिष्य मांगे तब जय गाथा जय 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 जय